Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. It's a rainy and a cold and blustery afternoon here in the Western Cape in South Africa. It's the 4th of July, it's Independence Day in the United States, and so I thought I'd do a reading for Harry, and then in the next reading I'd look at Meghan. Same questions, just a quick energy check-in. It's a big holiday in the United States, quite an ironic holiday for Harry, a British royal, to be celebrating. We're going to have a quick look with the Apprentice Tarot and see how he's doing, basically how he's doing in his public life, his career, his projects, his money, his home life, and basically get a taste of what's going on. It's supposed to be the summer of love for Harry and Meghan. Oh, there's the Tower. We know what that is. Divorce card. It's supposed to be maybe in Europe for the summer, in Portugal. Then trying to sneak a visit in with Par. Those are the rumours. We're not looking at those directly today. I'm just doing a general check and see where they are. Harry, he's being described as a lost soul around and about, apparently very sad, very frustrated, very miserable, lonely. And herself, of course, riding the wave of success with her, as ever, rosé launch. We'll do her next, but for now, Harry, a card reading. Just a check-in, an energy check-in. It's a pared-down version of the 12-card reading that I very often do here on this channel. I thought we'd cut out some of the excess and just scale it right down to what really matters and see what's going on with Harry. Of course, tarot, fun and entertainment, or my opinion, and of course just energy that I read here, and a disclaimer in the box below. Try and squish these cards, and it's always tricky. See how we can do. And as I say, it's a pared down version of the 12-card reading that I do on birthdays and New Year and things like that. And there we are, more or less. Harry's turn up first, and underlying energy is a signifier for him. Oh dear, the Lost Soul card, 4 of Swords, absolutely. He's really licking his wounds. He's feeling very, very down with that energy. That's a general energy for him, a signifier for him right now. And I said, taking a break, recharging, clearing your head, recovery period, reflection. It's a much kinder keywords than I would use for the 4 of Swords, quite honestly. For me, the 4 of Swords are really, you're very damaged. Your reputation is damaged. You're hiding, basically. You're retreating from the world to try and recover, to think about what's just happened and why things have gone so badly wrong, and to try and heal from them. So that's where Harry's energy is for me as an energy reader right now. 4 of Swords, I think it's a really apt card for Harry, according to what we are hearing from sources about how he's feeling right now. So his public profile will start over here, and we'll go around that way with our 8 cards. How's he doing publicly? Oh, we got even worse energy, the 10 of Swords. Deep wounds healing slowly, time to engage with something new. I think people are just so sick of hearing the same old whinging, the same old viciousness, the same old pity fest, always attacking the royals, always sounds so begrudging, so bitter, so stuck in a certain narrative, and he needs to get over it and he needs to move on. They can see that he's made all the wrong choices. He really has ruined his reputation. That's the 10 of Swords. He really has hit rock bottom. That's the 10 of Swords. And it's time to get out of that energy, and it's time to pivot. It's a word that we hear quite often around the parkour kind of universe, and move on from that stuff that nobody wants to hear about. Nobody wants to hear about Mummy Diana. Nobody wants to hear about William got the extra sausage and the bigger bedroom. Nobody wants to hear about any of that anymore. So difficult energy. How's he doing financially? And we're hearing Meghan moaning that she's the one having to work so hard to bring in the money. We've got the Chariot, confident about success, it says, in control, that he's still driving forward. I think he still thinks that he's got it. He's got it under control. It's his to win big money somehow through something. We are hearing rumors about more Diana stuff, documentaries. We're hearing about Spare Volume 2. Any of those things, I think he would be paid big bucks for. So I think he's still quite confident. It's a confident card, the Chariot, that he can do this. Is always, it's Prince William energy that is coming through. As he can outshine Big Bro as well and put Big Bro in his place. He inherited the Duchy of Cornwall, but Harry is going to be a self-made man and is going to earn big bucks with whatever enterprises he's engaged with. So he hasn't given up hope, even though everyone else around him might have. He himself is confident that he can pull this off, that he's got. Be interesting to see what he's cooking up, because it's very confident, that card, maybe even overconfident there. Some things going on. I think we're all going to be in for a rude surprise when we find out what exactly he's cooking up or has cooked up with whoever, whether it's Ted Sarandos or whoever, whatever and as ever. However, so let's move on to life on the home front. In Montecito, if he even lives in Montecito. Some serious doubt about that, speculation that he actually lives most of the time in New York, rumor has it. So let's see what's life on the home front like for him. How's he doing? Not great. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. It's the working hard card, mastering skills, as you can see, taking pride in what you do. This is interesting. It says lacking skill, sloppy, a scruffy kind of a lifestyle. It gives me bachelor kind of lifestyle of a certain age that can get quite scruffy. And you have to take them out every now and then and hose them down and buy them, socks and underpants. It's giving me that kind of a vibe. If you've got one of those in your life, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's how it's reading for me. It's also an interesting money card, because the 8 of Pentacles is about hard work. It's the grifter card for me as a reader when it's in reverse, but it's also just being lazy and can't be bothered. So, I always joke about him waking up on the carpet, cigarette burns on the carpet and that sort of thing. It's giving me that vibe. Lazy, scruffy, can't be bothered, not engaged, not involved. We always hear, oh, he's, busy. He's the one who looks after the kids. That's the story that gets told to us, not with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. No. None of that. Who's driving to school, who's packing the lunch boxes and all the rest of it. Not the has-been, not with that energy, not in my opinion. How is life as far as projects and work go? What's going on there? Our next card, not great. Insufficient support or recognition, need to improve skill, weak, lopsided team. Oh dear. We've got 2 cards with the 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. That tells me that he's not really doing much in the way of work. This needed to be upright. This tells me that he's not following through. He's not communicating very well with whoever he's involved with, whether it's the PR team or some other team that this big ambitious card, the Chariot, is representing. His goals, his ambitions for money making schemes anyway, not happening. Not with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Missing meetings, not prepared, not following through, possibly even quite annoying his team, people leaving, lack of skills. He just doesn't have what it takes to follow through, to finish something, to perfect something. We haven't seen him produce anything that's admirable, that's got staying power, that could actually make a lot of money. Yeah, they did that documentary for Netflix. Netflix did that documentary for Netflix and had to hire a very accomplished director to put it together. Polo, big joke, and nobody cared, and so on. Invictus, Heart of Invictus, so on and so on. I can list all his fails. Even the book is now the subject of tremendous mockery thanks to South Park, so doesn't bode well. How about the marriage? Rumour has it that they came very close to divorcing last year, which, you know, showed up in my cards eternally, then just managed to salvage things. How's the marriage? Chained to the devil. There you have bondage, temptation, materialism, unhealthy attachment, immoral, unethical energy as well, because the devil is the prince of lies, of course. So there they are, the two of them, the has-beens, the Parkles, the Twinkles, chained together by possibly their deceptions, their addictions, their love of money and all things material, their grifting. Not happy. That's not a good card. That's not a healthy relationship. It's a toxic relationship. We all know that by now. I'm not even going to put an allegedly in there. We can all see what we can all see. Even the late Queen had diagnosed it as a toxic relationship before they'd even got married, according to Sally Bedell Smith, who's all over the place at the moment with her inside info. There it is. Curious to know why they actually decided at the very last minute that they wouldn't get divorced. We might have to look at that in the next few days. How about, where are we next? Ambition, aspirations. We've got the card of ambition right here, the Chariot. How's that going? How's he doing on that front? Is life living up to expectations here? Four of Pentacles, hanging on very tightly to what he's got, to his status, his titles, HRH, style, whatever it's called. Very keen on that. Call it, you know, just Harry, long gone. No, it's His Royal Highness. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Very keen on that. Very keen on his money. Very keen on hanging on to that. It's not finding anything new. The Four of Pentacles is more hanging on grimly to what you already have and making sure that that isn't prized out of your fingers. So his ambition is over here, still the Chariot, and I think really to outdo Big Brother. But in terms of his aspirations and things like that, I think he's more afraid of losing status than he is expecting to gain and to do better in life. It's a bit precarious, that Four of Pentacles reading for me anyway. So let's move on to friends and how he feels. It's 4th of July, a big holiday day in the United States, family day, barbecues, all of that. What's going on with him and his friends and his sense of belonging, fitting in? Is he lonely? Is he surrounded by people who really boost him and bring out the best in him? What's going on there? We saw him knocking on doors pathetically in London a few months ago. Emotionally immature. It's the Page of Cups in reverse, creative block, childlike, self-centeredness. I think that describes Harry to a T, don't you? Childlike self-centeredness. Emotionally immature. It's the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is very friendly. This is affectionate energy when it's upright. It's being liked, it's being popular, it's loyalty, it's in reverse. So I think he's full of self-pity. This is how I'm reading the energy. He might be hanging out with his kids, because Page of Cups is a child energy as well. So he might be spending the day with his kids, because there's no one else to spend the day with. Not because he wants to spend the day with them, but it's because nobody else wants to waste an important day with a has-been. Someone who's going to moan on about Mummy Diana and woe is me and why won't Pa talk to me when I offered that olive branch on the BBC interview, and so on and so on. The energy, you can see how the energy is in this reading. It's toxic, it's difficult, he's damaged, he's not working hard enough, he doesn't have any skills to contribute to his life, to actually getting anywhere. He's very worried about losing even more status than he already has. Last card of this reading for Prince Harry. How about mental health? How about addictions? We have the Devil on the table already. The Devil is a card of addiction, and obsession, those kinds of things. What about mental health issues? We've got the Five of Swords, and it's in reverse. It's about loss and defeat and moving on from it, sort of giving up or avoiding conflict. It is, when it's upright, a card of really inner conflict as well as external conflict. It can read both ways. So mental health problems, conflict. He's conflicted about his life. That card can read as extra energy. So very conflicted, very troubled. I'm inclined to read it that way. I don't think that Harry has reached a stage in his life where he's thought, maybe it's time to stop fighting with everyone. Maybe it's time to stop fighting with myself as well. And maybe it's time to reconcile with people and make peace and move on and find new and better things to do, more positive things to do, which is what people want him to do with the Ten of Swords in reverse. They're sick of it. He is licking his wounds there as the signifier for this reading of who he is and where he is right now. But I think that he is still in this cycle of conflict, picking fights with people, seeing slights where they don't exist. It's reading like that for me. This is an energy reading. I could be misinterpreting that card and doing him a disservice. Maybe, just maybe, he is beginning to reflect and think, maybe I brought some of this trouble on myself. But the other cards in this reading aren't really telling me that he's that self-aware, or he's doing inner work and he's healing and he's wanting to reconcile. It's not really reading that way for me as an energy reader. It does not look like a happy 4th of July for Prince Harry over in wherever he is, California. I guess we're going to see blurry photos and the back of children's heads at some stage today on Instagram. If you see the happy has been beaming, don't necessarily believe what you're seeing, I would say, as an energy reader, a tarot reader. Thank you for watching this reading, and I'll see you on the next one.